addicted to the good life.
Yes.
Yeah, lead the way. I follow. No need to say
No.
where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all.
In the chat room,
To the edge of it all.
Age City, Jimmy
So tell
Lester,
your
come on.
good lies, 'cause I'll buy no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell your good lies, 'cause I'll buy no matter what. Ooh, susceptible now before the moment flies. It's not a problem,
No.
'cause I know what I'm getting into.
Big Shirley.
Nothing can stop me, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll buy no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Before it flies. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll buy no matter what. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
Shout out to the CIA. One love to the feminine, beautiful, inspirational ladies, the FBI in the house. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing, y'all? Your Godfather's back in the house. It's packed. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 3. Way to go. Your Godfather's in this piece. And we got to get on with the show. We got to get on with the show. Welcome to December 1st. Big shit, big things going on, big things going on this month. Candle of the evening, one from the One Hotels in Brooklyn. Fragrance of the evening from Roja Parfums, Crystal Oud. Probably one of my favorite rose oud fragrances on the planet. Big shout out to the chat room. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? We're good. We're back. We're golden. Let's cook. Because I don't have a lot of time tonight because I got an announcement I'm going to make right now. Ooh, baby, I'm a star. Your Godfather is about to be on a TV program. About to be on a TV show. Yep. Told you guys, a lot of people are watching this area, and it ought to be interesting. Godfather on TV. Your Godfather on VVTV. VVTV, your Godfather in the house, and the house is packed. So that ought to be interesting. Jesus Christ. There it is. There it is. Let's do that. Yeah, I'm going to be on TV. That ought to be interesting. You guys ready to see me on TV? I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm ready to see me on TV, but it's about to happen. When I say on TV, I mean on TV, not some little bit part either. It's going to be a substantial part. Who knew, right? Who would have known it? Who would have known it? Who would have known it? 1, 2. That's 3. Who would have known it? But anyway, let's get into it. So congratulations, man. I'm not going to tell you what Not even going to tell you what program is going to be on. I'll let you know. Check Instagram tomorrow. Check Instagram tomorrow. You'll start to see little bits and pieces of it. But let's get into the chat room. They putting you in songs. TV is next. Hey man, how can a grown man be so dope? Always in Kevin Samuels' comments, right? That's what we want to hear. Keep the likes up. Keep the likes up. We should have over 2,500 likes. So I want to get into this broadcast. The one thing that modern women can do to fix relationships. So I want to shout out to all the big dogs in the chat room. Moderators, if you see people coming in the chat room talking crazy about me, saying anything, time them out. And when I see the timeout, if I see what they had to say, you say something crazy, I'm blocking you. Just because you've joined the chat room don't mean you get to talk shit. So some of y'all have joined the chat room to say something crazy. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your donation. Understand that. I'll make you famous. You better believe it. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. All right. So when I say your godfather is going to be in TV, it's going to be a dope show, a dope program. The entire show. It's not going to be in a little bit part. It's going to be the whole damn thing. That's right, boys and girls. The whole damn thing. The whole damn thing. Godfather in the house. Godfather in the house. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. How y'all doing? What's the one thing that modern women can do to fix relationships? I need you to pay attention, ladies. The one thing that modern women can do to fix relationships, I'm going to ask you guys. How many guys have you been in a relationship? How many ladies, I need to ask you a question. Ladies, how many of you ladies have a 1-800-Flowers account? 1-800-Flowers. What happens when you're a man and you go to buy flowers to a florist? What's one of the first things the florist says? What's the occasion? Right? What's the occasion? You say you're sending them to your lady friend, and depending on if you buy something, what do they ask you? When a guy is going to buy card, candy, flowers, they ask you, what do they ask you, gentlemen? What did you do wrong? Right? Gentlemen, how many times have you gone to buy flowers, candies, a card or something from a woman? They ask you, what did you do wrong? Meaning that worldwide, men have been taught that if you do something to mess up with your lady, you have to apologize and then fix it. You got to apologize and then fix it. Appreciate it, Tyra. I want to ask you ladies something. What happens when a woman does something wrong? When a woman goes to buy men flowers, oh, okay, women don't do that. What happens when a woman does something wrong? Oh, women don't do that. The one thing that women can do to fix relationships is remove the N in sign language. The need to be right is keeping you ladies single. Why is that important? Because modern women do not know how to frickin' apologize. Back me up on this, gentlemen. How many men in the chat room have been in a relationship with a woman who knows how to apologize to match what she's done? If you're a man and a woman and you've been in a relationship with a woman and she has apologized to the level of the infraction, put 32 in the chat room. If she's apologized to the level of infraction, 32. See, if a man messes up, he can't just say, I'm sorry. Why? You got to know what you're saying sorry for. I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for that. But I need you to ask yourself a question. How many times in your life, gentlemen, have you witnessed a woman apologizing to the level of the infraction? Shout out to Alpha Male Strategies. Ladies, learn something. When you make a mistake, you gotta make it up. What you gonna do, gentlemen? Start telling your women this. What you gonna do to make this up to me? When she comes around, when they come around to do this, hey big head, hey how you doing? You know, women mess up, and then they avoid conflict for the longest. Then they come sniffing around you. Hey, how you doing? Hey, big head, whatever, whatever. And we just cool, laying back in the cut. And then when they get to chit chatting and talking, they be like, "Hey, how you doing? How's your mama? How's this such and so forth? Blah blah blah." Like ain't nothing happened. Like they didn't mess up. They did something. And then after about like the fifth or sixth message back and forth, this is what they do. Well, I need to go ahead and apologize for doing what I did. I didn't mean to do what I did. And then what comes next? What is the next word after this? Gentlemen only. I need to go apologize for doing what I did. I didn't mean to do what I did. What is the next word? Type the next word that fits right here. Gentlemen only. What is the next word? What is the next word that fits there? But. Shout out to Big Dog Damon. But. That is the very next word. B-U-T. But. Hey, you. I made a mistake. I messed up. I didn't mean to mess up, but. And we know that anything said before but is bullshit. But is said to basically completely, but what happened? But the price of tea in China. But this happened. There's an airplane crash. There was this. There was that. And the but, and what do we as men know? That but is meant to shut you up. Because after all, they did apologize, right? How many times have men had to apologize to a woman for doing something wrong and then had to be in the doghouse? Go sleep on the couch. You can't get no loving. Da 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 da. So, ladies, let me ask you, what is the equivalent of a doghouse for the woman? Because an intellectually honest person must understand that in a relationship, women are just as fallible as men. And when a woman does something wrong or in error, if there is a doghouse of men, what is it for women? What's the doghouse of women called? It's called nothing, because you don't think you should apologize. It is hell to get a woman to effing apologize today across the board because the need to be right. Let's be honest. Most women don't think they should be apologizing for anything. This is how the typical modern female apology happens. They do something wrong, act like it never happened, see if the coast is clear, make meaningless small talk, apologize, and then say, but, and you're supposed to accept it. Gentlemen, this is where we fuck up. Don't accept these apologies. Don't accept the but. See, modern women have not learned how to conflict with men they care about. Women will more readily apologize to their girlfriends, to their sisters, than they will to the man they're having sex with. If gentlemen, if you believe that women are more willing to apologize to another woman than the man they're supposed to care about, love, right, put 57 in the chat room. The one thing that modern women can do to fix relationships. People, let's see, how many people have lost their channels this week? 6 people have lost their channels this week for using my content. I'm not playing with y'all. When I say don't use my content, I mean it. Don't use my permission. 6 channels in 2 days. Now, and they were all channels that were monetized. Don't play. Let's see.
In this moment,
Yes.
I cannot say what's wrong or right.
No.
It's not hard to fool me,
No.
'cause I'm addicted to the good life.
Yes.
Yeah, lead the way, I follow. No need to say
No.
where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find no better one. Yeah, susceptible.
Yeah, guys, I've had people decide that they think they can just come to my platform and copy my content and do what they want to. I've got 2 people in federal court right now. So I'm letting you know, folks, I'm not playing with you. I think a lot of folks just think this is a game and they think that these videos are just what they want to. When you sign that YouTube form, you got your information out there. I'm not going to say anything. Keep playing. Keep playing if you want to. Now, if you want to use my content, request permission. And if I grant it, cool. If not, I'll keep taking y'all's money. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. We're the only group of people that feel like that we can just, because black people, we have just no chill. It's like, I see it, I'll use it. Nah, you can't have that.
Yeah. Lune. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay para emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienen lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te lo ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work. Yeah. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, yeah. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Yeah. Money work. De corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Yeah, de corazón. De corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money work. Money work. Money work. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Lunes. Lunático.
Hello? I can't hear you. Hold on, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Do you have YouTube playing in the background? Huh? Yeah. Okay. For what? Yeah, you use my likeness and you published a book with my name on it.
Yeah.
Are you taking that down?
Yeah, they're all removed. I removed it all.
Okay. I'm doing my show right now, but I sent you an email. I
Okay.
also sent you a message. We need to have a conversation directly about this very sensitive legal matter. But this is not the right time to do it. But thank you for taking it down. Let's chat about it later.
Okay.
Okay. Bye bye.
No problem.
Have a good holiday. Bye bye. You may have seen some books or things like that, and people have sent them to me before. But I'm a rather reasonable person. Mistakes happen. Things happen. You couldn't hear it because anyway. Back to my show. Um, okay. So anyway, things happen. We move on. Hey, go ahead and unmute yourself, iPhone. How are you?
Hello, are you talking to me?
Yes, your name says iPhone. So,
Oh, okay.
how old are you?
I am 20 years old.
All right. So, I'm talking about have you heard the program?
No, I just joined.
Do you have a question you want me to answer or anything like that?
Well, I did have one question.
Okay.
It's not necessarily well, I'll just go ahead and say it.
Go ahead.
I remember you were talking about you always talk about the Black family and the Black family in America, and
Mhm.
I was just thinking, because you know how they call America a melting pot, and there's people of different races here, all type of different races, and as
Mhm.
the years go on, we see more and more mixed families. And I was just thinking, do you ever think that a point in time will come to where there's everybody's just mixed in America? Like there's no certain like the Black community or the white community. It's just everybody's just mixed
So where we
with
look
us.
like the Simpsons, where
Um,
everybody's kind of a shade of yellow.
well, maybe something like that.
Hmm. I don't think it's going to happen in our lifetime.
Right. I'm thinking like maybe like 100 years from now or so.
It's something called admixture.
Mhm.
But do you think that's preferable?
Uh, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's preferable to most people. I mean, I don't mind, because if I want to go somewhere where it's all Black people, I could just,
Well,
go
I
to
mean,
Africa.
okay. If you're doing it because if you're doing it because that's your choice,
Mhm.
that's one thing. But
Mhm.
what other race of people breeds themselves out? Hispanic people don't do that. Asian
Right.
people don't do that. Middle Eastern
Right.
people and white. So why are we entertaining this? And I don't think it's going to happen even in 100 years.
Mhm.
But my question is, has it gotten that bad to where we got 20-year-old Black women worried about melting pots?
I don't necessarily think it to be a bad thing
Okay. Individually, no.
individually.
Where do you see this utopian uh, place on the planet where everybody's roughly all the same thing. Racial differences, basically, you don't. Racial differences matter.
hmm
Cultural differences matter. You're
Right.
culturally an American.
hmm
People can be culturally American, but they still, my, I guess I hear what you're saying, but do you want children one day?
Yes, I would love to have children.
Uh, how many would you like to have?
Uh, maybe 2 or 3.
And
I would say, yeah, maybe 3.
do you care what race your husband is?
Honestly, I would prefer him to be black, but
Okay.
I'm kind of um I'm slow. I can see myself slowly like letting that go, and slowly I I might
Slowly letting it go towards what?
um t- just being with a black person. Maybe
Okay.
I would be with a Mexican man or a white man. I don't, but I would.
Okay.
But
But
at
my
this point,
question is, how tall are you?
I am 5'4".
Dress size?
I don't know my dress size right now. I recently just gained a lot of weight.
Right. But how much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
A lot. I'm at 215 now.
Right. So I have to be deadly serious with you. Men don't typically marry outside their race for women who are not visually appealing and aesthetically appealing.
hmm
I mean, it's one thing to say that,
hmm
but it's another thing. Do you have non-black men, Hispanic men, or white men approaching you for serious relationship?
Um, not recent. Maybe a Mexican man here and there.
Okay, no, I'm just stopping. I don't. Okay, look,
hmm
ladies, if you ladies want to date out, you're going to have to meet the standard. Every group of men have a standard, and unfortunately, as of today, my personal opinion is black men tend to have the lowest standard. But we're working to make black men raise that standard. But if you're under 5'4", are you 5'4" or less? How tall are you?
I'm 5'4", and actually I am married, but
Okay.
but I'm going through a divorce. But I'm whatever. But yeah, I just want to say that.
And is he white?
No, he's black, but I'm
Thank you. Five foot
respectful.
four, 215 pounds. You're pretty much locked into black men. So what I'm saying is, if you want to marry and if you want to date out, you're going to have to fit any groups of men's standard.
hmm
Understand something across the board. The higher up men are socioeconomically in their respective races, the more race loyal they become.
hmm
You don't see rich or wealthy white men marrying black women. If they do marry out, what's the group of women they tend to pick today? Is Asian. For me, J Lo. I used it J Lo and Ben Affleck.
hmm
J Lo, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck were Benifer. They were the hot couple. They looked good together, and people were always thinking they're gonna get married. And I said they would never get married, and people thought I was nuts. I was like, when Ben Affleck decides to get married, that's a white man from Boston. And he's gonna go find a white woman to marry and have babies to look like him to continue because that's how we're hardwired. And then after that's done, and he's had his wife, maybe 10, 15 years from now, they'll get back together. And damned if that ain't what happened. He married Jennifer Garner, white woman that was in the movie Daredevil, and then had his kids, and here we go right now. So if you want to date out, cool. But in order to have admixture, back to your original thing, we're going to have women who are competitive across the board.
hmm
Um, a couple more questions. You don't have any children, right? Okay, so I'm always concerned when I hear a young black woman who is so significantly overweight. Why? So you gained 70 pounds? Okay. Holy. Okay. And why are you getting a divorce? What did you do? What did you do? Did you cheat too? Who did you cheat with? They're still cheating. It is cheating. And see, but the bigger thing is, yeah, maybe you're both too young, but see, and this is what a lot of men fear that they're going to put a ring on your finger and you guys are going to just blow up. That's not okay. That would be no different than a man having a job and quitting and taking all the money. Hold on. How are you doing? What you become? I don't know your name. Oh, darn it. They can't hear me. They can't hear me. How? Hold
Hi.
on. Hold on. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Hold on just a second. I'm bringing you guys up to speed. She basically said she was getting a divorce. I asked her why she was getting a divorce, and we went over her weight and everything else, and the fact that she said she didn't cheat. Her husband did cheat, but she's just exchanging text messages, still cheating. Y'all ain't miss much. Intermission. Let's get this money up. Get these likes up.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay para emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienen lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te lo ve.
We're about to open the call line. Let's see what we got going on. Oh man, we don't even have the likes up over 1,000. Oh man, we got to get the likes way up.
Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work.
Oh, let me help this chick out.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
Bye.
Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me
Moderators.
ves solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un
Time out
interés.
any of these
Humano para mí es un deber.
crazy people talking about the best from anything
No
else.
vendo mi alma, lo
None of that
lograré.
time, no time for
Seré
that.
el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. Yeah. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah.
Come on. Again, it's only a problem. It's only a problem if you're outspoken.
Se arregla con dinero. Money work. De corazón.
He shouldn't be saying these kind of things. We've got right to reason to be angry and unhappy. It ain't our fault. Cool, ain't nobody said it was.
Money work,
Nobody gonna put up with it though. Especially not men who've had to work to get to the next level.
money work, money work, se arregla con dinero. Money work.
Luna, I know what I'm saying is hard. I know what I'm saying is hard. Every time I tell a woman this, they're usually shocked that I'm telling them to get rid of stuff. They're usually shocked that I'm telling them to get rid of stuff. They're usually shocked that it's like, well, I never looked at it that way. Because you're not a man. And everything that you have in your life that is taking up emotional bandwidth is bandwidth that should be allotted for your future man. Let me say that again. Everything in your current life that is taking up any emotional bandwidth is taking up bandwidth that should be for your new man. That's why y'all can't bond to a new man. That's why you go from a long relationship to series of dating, because you're still bonded to that man. You're worried about trying to fix your mama who's unmarried, who ran her life in a ditch. You're worried about trying to fix your cousin or or this or that, and then your girlfriends. See, it's only the women who would make the best candidates to be wives and significant others that end in this ditch. Because they are the very women that should not still be out here on the market, but because it didn't work out and they're single between this 27 to 45 range, and now they're out here, not a young girl anymore, matured, educated, career focused, career driven, but not attached. So these are the same women who end up being finding themselves with toxic female single friends. Oh, I'm talking now. These are the same women who end up with toxic female single friends. They're always their friend's counselor. They're always their friend's confidant. They got to take up emotional bandwidth to give to their friend. So when they leave their job, they got to fix their friends. This friend, that friend, this friend, that friend. And they got to fix their friends like plates. And here's the funny thing. When their friends are fixed, they're going about their life. They only come back to her to get some emotional energy. So she got to spin her friend's plate. Then she got to spin her mama plate because her mama's unmarried and getting older by herself. And that mama plate, they will not let that mama plate fall because they feel guilty, respect, obligation. I know I'm going to get hate mail for this one, but I'm telling it all. They spin in the female friend's plate. They spin in the mama plate. And then they spin in the pet plate. And then here comes Mr. High Value Man, Mr. Blake Henry, Blue Henry, Mr. whatever, Mr. I want to be in a relationship and such and so forth. And you got every bit of that much time, that much bandwidth, that much availability, that much anything left. And this is the one thing that you should be doing, but because you are already on E by the time you get from work and all of this, you got nothing for this. And I cannot tell you how many women I talk to who can sit there and see this. They know it. They know they're spinning that big, they ain't even mama plate, it's a mama platter. Their friends are plates. You know, they got one friend that's like the big plate and a lot of other friends who like the side plate to the salsa, and then mama is a platter. They spinning the platter, the plate, and a salsa. And the mama platter, the friends are the plates, and then the pets are the salsas. Then, ladies, you think you're going to throw dating into this? You're going to go out with this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. And because all those guys that you've gone out with, you found some reason to disqualify them, this, that, quick, da-da-da-da-da. But the one or two guys that actually are different. They're actually clear. They actually have availability. They're actually who they say they are. They're on the purpose of this to this. These are the very guys you end up wrecking because in order to be with them, they require standards. They require boundaries. They don't want your friends coming over all the time. They don't want to hear about your friends' problems all the time. They don't want to hear about your mama and everybody. No. I don't want to hear about any of that drama. We need to be talking about what's going forward, what's next with us. This meant that you want to take this dude to be an emotional tampon, and when he says something about it, what do? When you say something about it, what do? Then they get mad at the guy for saying these people are using you. Your friend is using you, your mama's using you, your dog is using you, your ex is using you. And then they get mad at the dude. This is not, if this is you, understand something. You are not unique. This is a, I don't know what to call it, but it's almost like somebody who's been involved in a narcissistic borderline relationship. Gaslighting. If you know what the term gaslighting means, if you've ever been gaslit, gaslighting makes the person experiencing it think they're crazy. But then you sit down with a bunch of other people who've been gaslit and you realize that they were just running the narcissist handbook. So tonight I'm offering an intervention for what's next. This is a what's next intervention. Because this impacts nice, modern women at more than anybody. This impacts women who are feminine, beautiful, inspirational more than anybody. This impacts women who are fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, and childless more than anybody. Gentlemen, you wonder where your girlfriend is, your wife, your significant other? She's in here spinning these plates and platters. She's here. She has no time for you, no bandwidth for you, because she's doing all this other stuff and she sees it. But if she would feel guilty by letting her mama platter fall, her friend platter fall, her pet plate fall, they feel guilty because they're hardworking and all of them are breaking. Now, I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. If you don't believe anything from me, believe this. I see this so often. And the sad part is, even when you tell most modern women this stuff, they won't do anything about it. Because why? Because they are comfortable in this. They feel safe in this because they're getting something from the dysfunction themselves. See, that friend that they're fixing gives them something too. It's dysfunctional, but it's something. It's not healthy. It's not healthy, but it's better than nothing. Then the mama thing, it's a mama. Of course, in our community, you know what that is. You need to stay away from that one because it's mama. The pet one is the one you can talk about. But rarely have I ever sat down and talked to somebody who's in these situations that they're really willing to make the necessary adjustments. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because you're a nice modern woman. It's because you're a nice person. They're using these people around you. They've used your niceness against you. I'm telling you, boy. And when I talk to men, I'll be sitting in the session and be like, man, she's a great woman. She's this and that and this and that. And I'll just hear him. And you could just see the guy just like, and he can't comprehend. He's like, why? Why won't she move forward? What's the problem? Why can't we get this far? Why does it keep falling apart? I'm like, she's terrified of winning. Because you look like winning. Because imagine this. Imagine this. You've been fighting so long and got so good at fighting, some people have not prepared for what comes next. Some people are not prepared for the peace. So what next? So, ladies, if you're a man dealing with this, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth it? What about this situation to this person is worth this? Because the person has to make a decision. I'm gonna stay out of that one because every man has to figure that out on his own. I'm never gonna just say that just walk past and do this, that. There are too many variables. Because again, these are the nice women that this happens to. But I want to talk about what happens next with the women. If you are one of these women, understand something. You have the power to choose a different life. You have the power. It's in your hands. But you're going to have to become uncomfortable. You're going to have to do it scared. You're going to have to do it afraid. You have to do it with no guarantees, no tightrope. You're going to have to do the very thing that scares you the most, and that's a risk. Or you can keep doing what you're doing until you break. You can keep doing what you're doing until they break. But you know what? I'm going to open the call lines because on Friday, I'm answering all the questions from any question from anything I've covered this week. So are modern women tired of being alone? Anything that I've covered this week, or even on the matchmaking stuff. And see, when we start talking this matchmaking stuff, when I talk to people one-on-one, I get into a lot of this stuff because you got to have capacity. You have to have capacity and the willingness to be vulnerable. You got to have time. New relationships with people take time. You have to make time to have a future. Let me say that again. A future requires time. And the world does not owe you understanding. It is not up to men to understand what position you're in, ladies. Let me say this. Okay, so I'm going to talk about, are modern women tired of being alone? Modern mercenaries. I'll even go back to Friday. Women have to shoot their shot, make the move. What is it? Laziness or fear, and then whatever else I talked on it. Let me say this again. If you're a woman and I'm talking to you, understand something. The men you're dealing with don't have to understand. These men are a gift to you, a blessing to you. They don't have to understand where you are. And see, far too many women have been told if he's the right man, he'll be understanding and he'll go through it. French toast that. I absolutely disagree. He's the right man. That means you need to put your track shoes on and get to work. I am not a proponent of telling men to sit around and wait for a woman to get her shit together. You've already had to make yourself a man of value, a man of character and substance. You've already made yourself stand apart from the crowd. That's why she's likely dealing with you in the first place. You don't get to 3, 4, 6, 10 dates with somebody if you haven't set yourself apart. Women today have plenty of options. So I'm talking to you ladies, especially you ladies who are adjustable sixes or higher. If you got a man that you've gone out with multiple times, over multiple weeks, months, you know you're dealing with somebody that's different. The world does not owe you understanding. It is up to you, ladies, to do it afraid, alone, and admit. This is where it tends to fall off the rails. If you want a man to wait on you, you got to tell him everything. I'm scared. It's not that I'm this, I'm that. It's not that I'm this. It's not that I'm uninterested. It's not that this is what I told somebody earlier today. You got to tell him. You have to say, look, I'm terrified. I don't know how to do this, but I don't want to risk or lose this or lose you or lose this opportunity. You want a man to wait, you're going to have to give him a verbal reason to. None of this bullshit that God's going to make him wait. No, you got to say it. Spell it out. Because when you spell it out, if he's a man of character or substance, he will hear you. And if he's willing to accept it, it's going to come with boundaries and conditions. Okay, this is what you're going through. Cool. I get it. I understand. But here's what I need from you. If you're going through this, understand, I'm not that. Here's what I need from you. I need this. Because this is why I need it. And you got to give him what he needs if you want him to give you what you need. See, we have told women that men are supposed to give you what you need. That is why so many of you nice modern women are alone, because you're not used to opening your mouth, being vulnerable. This is why last Friday you had so many attractive women who are just socially awkward, don't know how to shoot their shot because you have been told the world is easy. Stop living life on easy mode. Relationships are work, especially good ones. So again, you cannot expect a man to sit there and just understand where you're coming from, because he's a person too. He came in here with hurts, heartbreaks, traumas, issues, and everything else. And did he sit there and say, well, you know what? I didn't have a dad growing up, and I had my heart broken, and I did this, and I fell off to this, and I had that, and I was sick, and I was bankrupt. No. What you see in front of you is a man who's ready to go. He couldn't come through and do that for you. That would run you away. See, what I'm asking for you ladies to do is actually what comes next. This is the real work. And if you're not willing to do this, then exit stage left. Leave the entire dating market. Get off the dating apps, the matchmakers, everything else. Stay with your ex-boyfriend, husband, boo thing, dog, cat, iguana, whatever, and die alone. Get out of the market. And let the people who are trying to figure this out, figure it out. That's the best thing for you. Get out of the market if you're not willing to risk. Because it is unfair for the woman I talked to earlier, the women I speak to all the time, for you ladies to get out here and decide to bump into somebody who has limited time as well. And you are not putting up at least what he is. Ladies and gentlemen, understand something. Relationships are work and there are risks. And this is not mine. It's like a tennis match. Boom, 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 boom. But if you expect to be, he's supposed to serve to you all the time. He's supposed to call you. He's supposed to check on you. He's supposed to read your tea leaves and understand how your cryptic text means. And he's a real man. He's supposed to come question you and figure it out. And if he don't call you, then he ain't it. What the fuck? No. Have you called him? Have you told him what's going on? Have you told him? No. Let's get to it. I know I got some hot women right there. I know right there.
I don't need a cookbook.
You do need a cookbook. And I'm going to tell you right now, the women who understand that this is the path to actually having a future. A healthy future.
Recording in progress.
Call line is about to be open. This is the path to having a future, a healthy future. A future that's filled with this. You ready? You ready? Here's what you need in your cookbook.
I don't need a cookbook.
The recipe for peace, what you need in your cookbook. Thorough communication. Number one. Without thorough communication, you don't have trust. Without trust, you don't have security. You must have thorough communication or you have nothing. Ladies, you're going to have to learn how to open your mouth and tune into your feminine and be vulnerable. Risk again.
I don't need a cookbook.
Yes, thorough communication, understanding, forgiveness, respect, vision, honesty, unity, healthy sex life. Thorough communication, understanding, forgiveness, vision, respect, honesty, unity, and healthy sex life. Let me touch on the last part. Ladies, if your man does not want to rip your clothes off, something is wrong. And I'm going to tell you right now, I speak to men, I know men, I've been a man who's been around a woman you care about, but you don't want to fuck her. You don't want to have sex with her because it is just too much stuff going on. It's not that you're not attracted to her. It's not that you're not aroused to her. It's just there's too much chaos. When you're around one another, there should be something that supersedes all this stuff. And it's peace. Good sex, great relationship, great healthy sex life comes in a place of peace, security, and safety. Oh man, y'all ain't ready for this. They ain't ready for it. Ike, they ain't ready for it. Theo, they ain't ready for it. Where are my hit squads? They ain't ready for this, guys. These ladies ain't ready for that level of truth. They just thought because you get an erection, you happy. No, there are levels to this, ladies. They didn't know. They not knowing. They not knowing. They this is new to them. They're like, what? I gotta do more than just have, lackluster. Yeah. They're not knowing. We're gonna help you get there though. We're gonna help you get there. So that was the monologue. Now, ladies only. What next? What next? See, in New York City, they got the rule up there that, you can't eat inside, well, I won't say New York. A lot of places have rules where you can't dine inside, you can't do this, do that, without proof of being vaccinated. You got to have proof of being vaccinated. And that means that you are safe to be in this establishment, right? Well, imagine if women start having proof that they have emotional availability, like their vaccine card. Excuse me, have you been vaccinated? Not vaccinated, what would it be called? What would it be called? It's not vaccinated. What would it be called if they had their mind right? Excuse me, can you show me that you actually have been vaccinated against X's past? Excuse me, can you show me proof of your oh. Oh my God, they're gonna kill me. They're like, I hate you. I hate you. I know, I'm sorry. It's okay though. It'll be all right. Get my likes up, damn it. Get my likes up. I'll stay dark. We'll shut this shit off. Get them up. We need over another 1,000 likes. Come on.
You know what? I am the idiot woman. Idiot woman.
Let me get your fucking shot, John.
You know what? I am a strong, independent woman.
Get my likes up, damn it. Ashley, unmute yourself. Gina, can't see you. Gina, your audio's not connected. Hello, Ashley. How are you?
Hey, how you doing? I'm good. How about you, love?
I am well. How old are you?
I'm 30.
30. So, what are we talking about tonight?
So I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm trying to get a husband. So I don't have any kids. I don't have any kids. So I don't have any baggage. I'm just ready to hold on. Get the dog, please. So I'm just ready to lay it all out, lay it all out on the table.
Whose dog is that?
It's not my dog. I'm at my friend's house.
Okay.
Excuse that. Sorry.
A female friend or a male friend?
A female friend.
Why do you want to be married?
Because honestly, I'm at the age where I'm ready to have kids. I'm ready to settle down. I'm just ready to build a family. And honestly, I go home at night and I'd be like, I don't have nobody to talk to about work. I just want to be able to come home to somebody I can, have a talk with about my work, just unwind.
What do you do for work?
I'm a pharmacy technician.
Why do y'all think we want to sit around and talk to y'all about work?
Well, not even about work. It don't have to be about work. Just life. Or like, worry about travel, because I want to be able to travel with my partner. I don't want to have to, keep traveling alone with my girlfriends. I want to be able to travel the world with my significant other.
Okay. So a pharmacy technician. When's your last relationship?
I want to say 2 years ago. Well, 3 years ago.
And how long? And why that end?
He just wasn't ready. He just wasn't ready. Yeah, he wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready. Okay.
He wasn't ready. Very irresponsible with money, and very, very boy-like. Let me put it that way. He wasn't a man, and that's what I need now. I need a man that's responsible.
How long did the relationship last?
Not long. I want to say like a year.
Okay. So he was boy-like.
Yes, very boy-like.
All right. And you're 30 years old, no kids.
I am. No kids.
All right, what state do you live in?
I stay in Atlanta, Georgia.
Well, okay. So okay. So I'm gonna ask the same question I always ask. How tall are you?
Mm-hmm. I'm 5'3".
Dress size?
I want to say a 6.
Okay. How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
135.
All right. And your last relationship didn't last very long.
It didn't.
What's the longest relationship you've ever had?
2 years.
2 years? And
Yeah.
when was that over?
Like 4 years ago. I was in college.
Okay. You're 5, how tall again?
I'm 5'3".
And when's the last time you weighed yourself?
Actually, yesterday.
And you're 130?
I had a physical. It's just the boobs. I have big boobs, but I'm smaller below.
Okay,
it's just the boobs. Right. They big. Okay.
I get it. I'm just asking. So ultimately, you want to get married because you want somebody to be a companion. All right, cool.
I do.
How often do you actually get out there and make yourself available though?
And that's another thing. I was talking to my sister because she's married, and I look up to her in her relationship.
The answer is what?
It's no. I said I was going to try after I saw your video about the going out, doing the scarf thing. I even confided in her that I was going to start going out.
So you don't go out?
I went out a couple times, but it's always like.
So?
It's older dudes.
So what? Older meaning how what?
Like in their 50s.
Okay. You want any children?
I do.
How many?
Probably 2. 2 or 3.
2 or 3. That's a big difference. Which one?
Okay, 2.
Okay. After you're married and pregnant, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills?
No.
If you're pregnant, okay. What percentage of the overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime?
What's the question again? You talking about how much money?
What percentage of the family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for your lifetime?
Nothing. I just be responsible for like the small parts, like the groceries and
So
stuff.
nothing. All right.
Because I can
Nothing.
do the cooking, I can do the cleaning,
Hold on. But as a single person, you have to be responsible for 100% of your family financial life.
everything.
All right.
I do.
So how much money would it take to have a middle class or upper middle class life in Atlanta for a family of 4, to where the children can have cars, go to college if they want to, travel, all this other kind of stuff? How much would a household need to make?
Um, 500K,
I'm asking you.
500K.
Okay. What would you rank yourself on the scale from 1 to 10? You can't use 7. Fresh face out of the shower. Your natural hair.
This is my natural hair, so I would say like 8. I don't
So
have
you
any
put,
makeup on, just lip
so you
gloss.
put your, so you put yourself up there with Beyonce. Beyonce is an 8. Kelly Rowland's a 9. Rihanna would be a 10.
Okay, a 6. I'm right under the 7.
Okay. How many cute women? 6 is cute. How many cute 30-year-old? 30 what? 30 what? 30?
I'm 30. 30.
How many cute 30-year-old women get to marry men making $500,000 a year?
Not many.
I'm gonna ask the hard question.
What's the question again? What's the question?
Why would a man making $500,000 pick you?
Personality wise, I can cook, I can clean, I can make him feel like a king.
Okay, personality wise, what?
For me,
See, here's your shot. Here's your shot.
I have a good personality.
Okay, fine. What does that mean?
Meaning I'm very adventurous. I would definitely cater to my man. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what a woman's supposed to do. Cater to a man.
What's the most money you've ever? What's the most money a man has ever made that you've dated?
I want to say it's not much. Probably like 50K.
Okay, and that's when you were younger.
Yes.
So why in the hell would you be older and get a man who's making 10 times more?
Because I deserve it. I deserve to be happy, and I'm willing to put everything out on the table for my man. Like I said, I can make him feel.
How long
like
you been
a
watching my
king.
program? How long, ma'am, hold on. How long you watch my program?
I just started like 3 months ago.
What the French toast what do you mean you deserve anything? What does a man, what kind of careers must a man, first off, what age do you expect this man to be making $500,000?
Well, he don't have to make a $500,000. Let me bring the score down.
I'm asking you what age.
Well, I really want it between the age probably like 33 to 36. Oh Lord, he cannot do. I even didn't mean to say 500K. I mean like 200K. 200K is good.
200 is still. What age does a man hit his financial stride?
I thought it's after 30. I mean, like after 35.
What age? Give me a 10-year
Am I
age
wrong?
range. 45,
like 35, 35
45
to
to 55. See, the first thing out of your mouth was these men are old. See, you ladies want goddamn millionaires or guys who are making far more money than you look good. Then you want them to be young just because you personality-wise are nice. No offense, but a 6, you're an average woman. You're average, okay? No offense, you're average.
Okay.
But you don't want to work. And I gotta say for my men out here, How do you deserve anybody's money? Because you have a vagina and a cookbook? What do you, is that a yes?
I mean, I can still work, and that's not a
No,
thing. I can
you
still,
don't want, no, ma'am. I asked you, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant? No. What percentage of the overall family financial load? You don't want to be responsible for anything other than little things like groceries. You want to be a stay-at-home wife where you raised by a stay-at-home mother.
no. Was I raised by a stay-at-home mom?
Then
No.
do you have a cookbook?
I don't need a cookbook.
Do you have a cookbook?
I don't. I
So
was taught by my dad as far as cooking.
due respect, ma'am, then why, in all fairness, would an average woman doing an average job who was not raised to be a traditional woman expect to be a stay-at-home mother with a man who's making the top 1% of income just because you deserve it? The guys are listening. The men who make that kind of money are watching this show. Shoot your shot.
Can you say the question again? I'm sorry.
Why you?
Like I say, I'm ready to settle down. I'm not a young woman. I'm old enough to know what I want.
I don't give a shit
I
about
can,
what you want. I'm saying sell yourself to these men. See, we understand that you want all his stuff. Fine. Sell it.
I'm willing to be there by your side every step of the way. Motivate you, stand by your side, be that woman to comfort you at night and be submissive to you. That woman, I will look, have your dinner ready for you all the time at night, and so yeah, I'm nervous.
You can't be nervous if you want a man that's in the top 1%. See, women who want what you want were raised to be an asset to men like that. Basically, you're asking to go shop at Hermes and just get a Birkin bag just because Birkin bags are cool.
That's not important to me. I don't care about labels.
It's a metaphor.
Oh, okay.
My point is, man, you're an average woman. You ain't never dated a man making over 6 figures.
I haven't.
So then why would you say you deserve to have a husband who's making $200,000 to $500,000? Why would you deserve any of that? Better question, what does he deserve?
He deserves a woman that'll take care of him.
And does he deserve the woman who, and does that come, but what about how she looks?
Yeah, of course he should be attracted to her.
Attracted? You don't think a man? Please don't overtalk. You don't think a man who's making that kind of money should have a dime piece?
Well, yeah, they would like, but honestly,
No. Not that they would like. No. See, when you can't be what he wants, you'll always go to this personality. Why do you think Beyonce is all that to Jay-Z and more?
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, he still cheated on her.
And she kept her ass with her husband.
She did.
Because she's got sense.
She did.
So
I'm learning from you.
No. See, what you don't realize is you just insulted 90%, 95% of the men out there. As a pharmacy technician, no disrespect intended, but man, that's an average job. You look at men, the way you talk as though the men that you actually are on their level are not what you deserve. All right, I'll grant that. But what about the women who are above you? The women who outrank you in looks, physique, personality, mindset, abilities, aptitudes. Okay? What about those women? What do they deserve? Do they deserve the man that you want?
I don't think so, because most of them probably can't even do it. Probably not even wife material.
You mean like you?
I mean, like half of them women that are bad, like a 10, like you say, some of them can't even cook a meal.
Ma'am?
And I can do all that.
Okay, but based upon your relationship history, how would a man know that?
Let me prove it to you.
So he
That's
has
when
to.
you get in a
So
relationship,
in
when
other
you get in a
words, I want you to listen how crazy
I'm
that
gonna let you
sounds.
talk. I'm gonna let you talk.
So in other words, a man needs to make himself the best version of himself to have access to all these women, but he needs to go get a woman that's average to let her prove that she's better than the other women. How about this? Why don't you go get a man who's average and prove to him?
Mm-hmm.
See, y'all want it, and this is the entitlement of modern women, especially in our community. You don't hear Middle Eastern, Asian, Hispanic women who are average talking down to their average men, and all trying to go after men who definitely outrank and they're not qualified for. That's the point. You're wanting a man that's way up here. In this country, you can only legally marry one person.
Right.
And your argument is, well, just because she look good don't mean she can cook.
Well, can I say something?
In a second.
Okay.
How many days a week do you cook right now?
For myself, I cook Sundays, and then I prep my lunches for the days, and then probably on Wednesday I'll cook again because I'll.
So 2 days a week you cook. So 2 days a week you cook.
Mm-hmm.
So you mean to tell me you're gonna go from 2 days a week to cooking how many days a week for your family?
Every freaking day. Every day.
The best predictor of future performance is past performance. And see, nothing that I've said has made you sit back and say, maybe I'm being a little bit unrealistic about my wants and expectations. You keep trying to make this fit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really doing my best to kind of level set you. But every time I ask you something, it's like, well, but she maybe she's not what it is. Why do you deserve this?
Well, honestly, he don't even have to be high value as long as he can love me unconditionally.
That's not what you started out saying, ma'am. You said you want 2 kids, and you don't want to have to pay. You don't want to have to be responsible for anything except groceries. That's what you said.
I did.
Because that's the truth. Because that's the truth. That's the truth. That's why you can't find nobody. Because you walking around trying to find a man that is above you. Mm-hmm. See, there are men out there who knew women ain't on their level. Do you also understand that there are men who are that are above you and you ain't on their level? Mm-hmm. Are there men like that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So if a man was trying to get a woman that wasn't on his level, what would you expect him to do?
Of course, he'd probably brush past me and get to somebody that's on his level.
If a man was trying to get a woman that wasn't on his level, what are his options?
You talking about what are his options?
Yeah, if a man is here and he wants a woman that's up here, what are his options when he's here?
Well, he's gonna get somebody on his level.
Or he can level up.
Oh, or exactly, he can level up.
Well, you can't level up to that level.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to do this in the nicest way possible. But what in your life what in your dating romantic life has made you think, feel, or believe or created an appetite for a man that's up there? when you've never experienced it? Where'd that come from?
I don't know, from watching your show.
Man, you're 30.
I honestly,
You're 30 years old. My show ain't been around that long. But you've been single a long time.
I have, because I haven't found the right one yet.
And what's that? And see, that's the... Thank you.
I don't need a cookbook.
Thank you. I haven't found the right one.
I haven't found the
That's
right
the
one.
first goddamn thing out of my mouth. There is no right one. So here's the hardcore reality. Ma'am, you're average. And the right one for you is a guy who's making around $42,500 a year. Why'd you do that?
Oh, nothing. I'm just agreeing.
Okay. But that's kind of what the man you dated before was earning, right? Uh-huh. Right?
Correct.
Yes, no? Right.
Correct.
Right. Average, like an average woman who's at pharmacy tech. But then if you were to date this man, would you do all the stuff for him that you would do for this man who's making $500,000, $200,000? Really?
I would.
Really? So if I went back through your dating history and asked the men you dated, is that who you were? They tell me that's who you were.
Yeah, they would definitely tell you that that's who I was.
Okay, so who ended the relationships?
You said, excuse me?
So your last relationship, who ended it? You or him?
I did.
Why?
I told you, because he was just irresponsible with money-wise, like priorities.
You guys were Ferrari.
His priorities wasn't.
And you guys were together
in
on
the
like
right
6
place.
months, right?
It wasn't long.
Okay, so and the one before that.
But I did.
2-year relationship. Who ended that one?
I did.
Why? Yeah. Go ahead.
I got sick, to be honest. I got sick, and I wasn't ready for a relationship.
You ended a 2-year relationship because of an illness?
I did.
He didn't want it to end.
Yeah.
Was it a life-threatening illness?
It was.
I mean, I'm a cancer survivor, so.
I'm not trying to cry.
My point is, in relationships, okay, you don't end relationships. You ladies just jump in and out of relationships. Then when you're at this point, it's like, well, you got to look at your past history.
Yeah.
And your relationships, you end them.
Well, he wasn't ready. He couldn't take on the toll that I was dealing with. So.
All right. So what this caller showed, more than anything else, is even average women who've never experienced this stuff, who have no business, business really having such high standards. You got this list of things that you're not. And you expect a man to settle for you when you wouldn't settle for somebody else. There are plenty of men out there. 54% of black men are single and childless, and 61% in the middle class. There are plenty of single black men in this country, especially here. So if you can't find a single black man who's average, you ain't looking outside. So you say you can't find the right one, you can't find a fantasy is what you can't find. Okay. So many of our average women are looking for men who outrank them. And this is why y'all ending up by yourself, because you're not looking for men that are on your level. So I look like an asshole for saying this kind of stuff, and I just don't get it.
Well, like you said, I haven't even tried to go out and to look for nobody, so that's on me.
Yeah, that's cool, but then that means what?
It's
at
my
30
fault.
years old, at 30 years old, like it or not, at 30 years old, either you get your butt in gear, get your standards in line with who you are, understand that an average man will be a great catch for you, and he would actually be saving your life, because the next questions aren't going to be even worse. When you get to age 65, retirement, are you going to have your $2.4 million saved up cash?
I'm not. That's
So
why I
where
need
are
a
you going to
husband.
live?
I don't. That's why I need a husband.
So where are you going to live?
That's why I said I don't.
So where
That's
you
why I
gonna
need a
live?
husband.
So where you gonna live?
I need a
So where you gonna live?
husband.
Where you gonna live? Where you gonna live?
On the street, because I ain't got no
Right.
husband.
I mean, people may think I'm cold, but I'm not. But I'm like, but this is a woman who's not putting herself out there, not doing what needs to be done, saying she can't find the right one, not even in the game, knowing she can't live on one income. What the hell is going on in some of y'all's heads? How is this supposed to fix itself? You supposed to y'all date like the lotto.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why we're getting to a point to where average black men are going to start looking or start dealing with non-black women, because average black women, y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all,
But like I said, I'm putting myself out there. That's why I even came on your show.
Putting yourself out there. This is not out there.
Like
out there is getting out of the house. Out there is getting out of the house. You just talking. Gina, you understand, man? Gentlemen, you got to mess up that pretty. And she has to be willing to let you mess her pretty up. If she's not willing to let you mess her pretty up, if she always has to look a certain way in front of her, you better watch it. You better watch it. You better watch it. Why is all this important? Because that's part of the girlfriend experience. Because a woman who's willing to let you mess her pretty up is a woman who's submitted to you. A woman who's on your program. A woman who's willing to look ugly in front of you is a woman who is willing to be real. If she's not willing to look ugly in front of you, she's not willing to be real. And you better watch, you better understand, there's some shit that's still left. You need to ask why. And if it's something you feel like you want to pursue, then pursue. But make no mistake. Demon time. That's right, man. That's right. But anyway, the Grinch that stole Christmas. The Grinch that stole Christmas. A lot of modern men and women have had relationships stole from them. A lot of people have had relationships stolen from them. And I want to give them back. Oh yeah, you're in the dark. Yeah, you're in the dark. Yeah. Ever dated with someone who never took their makeup off, even sleeping? Yeah, I have. Yeah, and predictably, you know how it ended. Horribly. Horribly. Why it ended horribly? Because she was hiding. That's not even normal. There was an insecurity there. It ended horribly. I mean, think about it. In life, it's going to have to happen. If you're around somebody, they're going to get. I mean, think about what you talk about. What's going to happen? If you get married, you're going to see them pregnant, swole up. You get married, they're going to have diarrhea in front of you. They're going to have their cycle in front of you. They're going to have all kind of stuff in front of you. You might as well get to it. Women going to get to the good part. Get on to the good part. And men look at it like, ladies, when you're willing to be real in front of us is when we're willing to start really saying, okay, you don't know what you got until she's really ready to be real. Yeah, I got people over here, but I don't have people in the StreamYards who are on camera. So I'm going to get up out of here. I still have my show to do on Monday. But ladies, remember what I said. All joking aside, if you are what you're looking for, if you're really a wife, that's step one. Step two, you're dating with intention. And step three, you are providing the girlfriend experience: peace, tranquility, affection, respect, and support. Peace, tranquility, respect, affection, and support. Top of that list is respect. Second, affection. Third, peace. RAP, support, tranquility. I guess I could spell it traps. They spell traps. But I don't like the word trap. But if that's the girlfriend experience, if you're willing to be ugly in front of him, men like it when our women are ugly in front of us. Let's go ahead and tell some truth, gentlemen. Gentlemen, let's be honest. I'm gonna say something, guys. Tell it. I know for me, the first time I saw my real relationships, the first time I saw my lady without makeup, I liked it. I mean, you just like fresh out of the shower, no makeup. Because think about when you go on the first, second, third date, you see them at their best. They're all made up. You're looking good, smelling good. But when you finally see your woman in her natural state, she sleeps over, she wakes up, there it is. Or she comes out of the shower, clean face, there it is. And we like seeing you like that because you're different. They take off those heels. They take off that dress. What it is, ladies, is you're lying. When you're all made up, you're lying. You're hiding. You're in special effects. You're not being real. And we don't trust you. We don't trust you. We like seeing it, but we don't believe it. We don't believe it. We want to, but we can't because we're seeing an optical illusion. We're seeing a presentation. We're seeing your representative. But when you're comfortable enough to be real in front of us, that's when we start to trust you. That's when we start to let you in those places that you want to get to. But you got to earn that. When you're comfortable enough to be ugly around us, and you know a lot of women are like, oh, I don't want to be in my best. I don't be that. No. Well, if you ain't seen her at her worst, you haven't seen her in her natural state, you ain't got nothing. I'm putting a lot of you ladies up on game tonight. You want to get in with a man, you better put yourself in your natural state. Telling you, in your natural state is when a man finally is like, okay. You gain respect from us that way. You earn respect. Because now you get into the real stuff. It's just like after a man busts off. It's called post-climax clarity. What he's saying after that is generally how he feels. And all this stuff I'm saying is we have forgotten how to do relationships. I don't mind going over the basics, the 101 stuff. So men and women don't feel weird or out of place for having to go through this. This is a good thing. I guarantee you tonight, gentlemen, I have changed some women's lives by telling them about the girlfriend experience and what it means to us. A girlfriend respects us. She is affectionate. That's emotional availability, that girly stuff. The thing that affection is when your grandmother used to kiss your temple or your mother used to really hug you. That's affection. That's the hugging. It's not the sex. The affection is not the sensuality. Affection. That means something to us. Respect, affection, peace, support, tranquility. You got it. You win. If you're dealing with a man who's marriage-minded and you're marriage-minded and you're a wife, you're dating with intention, it's a foregone conclusion. All right, I got to get up out of here, y'all. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. More stuff in the New Year on the ground. Appreciate it. You, Luke Hazley, y'all. Appreciate it. Post-nut clarity is real. It certainly is. And see, the thing is, the way I vet now, man, I deal with women that I like in every other room, including the bedroom, because I know me. And see, none of the stuff I should have said offends wives and who offends women who really want to be with a man. And who want to be a girlfriend, fiance, and a wife to men. It offends modern women. That's who gets offended. And they're welcome to it. They're welcome to it. They're welcome to it. All right, folks. Y'all know how we do. Till next time. Peace. We're gone. Merry Happy Christmas, Hanukkah Kwanzaa. Merry Happy Christmas, Hanukkah Kwanzaa.